Hi, I'm InformalMantis, and throughout the years of my life, I've been pretty mischievous. And because of that, I've caused quite a few problems. Wait, so you're saying if I push this button, a horde of cyborg zombies will be unleashed and may bring about the end of the world? Is that really such a bad thing? I guess there's only one way to find out. But I've also learned how to fix them, and that's why I make these how-to tutorials, so you won't have to make the same mistakes that I did. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe today. Thank you. Good morning, evening, night, depending where you're watching from. InformalMantis here, and today we have a very interesting topic. Today's topic is about a situation that most, if not all of us, will have to go through sometime or another. It's the kind of situation where if it's not dealt with properly, it can make it much more worse than it already may be. Today's topic is about breaking up. Breaking up can actually be pretty difficult, especially because there usually is a lot of pain and emotion involved. But there are ways to minimize the negative consequences of breaking up, so let's begin with step 1, which is step 1. Make sure you really want to break up with the person. Having changes of heart is a part of all of our lives, which is why it's important that you're absolutely sure that you can't go back to how things were when they were the best between you two. You can't really break up with a person and a day later tell them that you want them back, because they're going to find it hard to trust you and take the relationship seriously. So before you do anything or before you say anything that will jeopardize the relationship, take some time and spend it away from your partner and just think about the relationship you have with them. In this time, try to talk to some friends and see what they think. Maybe you're blowing the whole situation out of proportion and they'll make you see that. Or maybe a breakup really is needed and they'll give you the reassurance you need to go through with it. Either way, talking to someone that's not emotionally involved in a relationship is important because emotions do tend to cloud our judgment. So let's move on to the next step, which is step 2. Talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Now if you feel that you want to break up with them, it's their fault. Maybe they said something, maybe they did something. Let them know that you're upset with them and why. But don't mention breaking up with them just yet. Maybe overlook some fact that they'll point out which will change how you feel. Or maybe you come to some sort of compromise which will fix things. But if you still feel like breaking up with them, even after you talk to them, it's time to move on to the next step, which is step 3, break up with them. Now I know it's easy to say that you don't care about what you're going to say or do to the person to break up with them because you are breaking up with them, but it is important to show some restraint. Typically you want the breakup process to take as little time as possible, so if you go making a big deal out of it, posting online comments about them and such, you're going to draw the whole thing out. So just say what you need to say to the person and be done with it. Now I have seen a lot of ways to break up with a person, and I have heard a lot of opinions about these ways. There's the text, the email, the phone call, the face-to-face, the never say anything to the person ever again, pretend they never existed. And I personally believe you should pick whatever way you think is best. But when you are picking your method of breaking up with a person, factor in things such as if you want to be friends with them after the breakup. So once you've broken up with this person, it's time to move on to the last step, which is step 4, move on. Personally, I'm a firm believer in the saying out of sight, out of mind, and because of that, if you're having a problem moving on, consider deleting them from your social networks and Messenger. If every time they sign in you start thinking about how much you miss them, or if you're constantly checking their profile thinking about how much you miss them, why not just delete them? It'll help you move on, which is crucial for having future relationships. I really hope this guide helps you guys out. Good luck, and InformalMantis out.